Festival is being held on this day of her birthday, and she has been engaged in the puja and so forth. And we are happy to have her as our Shrota, this first session of this Yajna. I would like to thank all those who worked so hard to make this Yajna a possibility. Riddhi Siddhi Data Siddhi Sadhana Vadana Vadana Riddhi Siddhi Data Siddhi Sadhana Vadana Vadana Sumira Barambar Madana Kadana Kelad Tu Ganapati Kripa Nidhan Jnana Khani Anand Bhavan Dev Mohi Varadan Varanav Bhasha Bhagavat Jai Shivayanand Khand Bhutanath Bhava Bhayharana Bhakti Vishaya Niradhan Gauravarana Mangalakarana He Brajachandra Mukund Brajabhushana Dushana Harana Sata Bhava Bhayapam Sharana Sharana Liyan Kare Jaya 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 Jagadish Sevat Jesh Mahe Jaya De Mani Maya Mitaya Bhe Ved Ved Janat Ali Dev Mohi Varadan Radha Varaya Varesara Prem Bhari Muskan Chit Chit Mein Kat Khat Mohi Kaye Kachuna Aur Vastu Prabhu Jagat Ki बसी रहे मन मार यहाँ बाकी जाकी सदा लील कुटिया गायन के पीछे फिरते ग्वाल बाल लिए साथ मोर मुकुट मुरली उड़ना शीश मुकुट कटी पीठ जग या सभी सोनंदला बसोर गए मम ऋषि दिवस गुरुपद रज धरसी कहो भागवत की कथा जोश मुनि कहीं परीक्षित विपति को रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता सिद्धि सदन वादन वदन सुमिर बारंबार मदन कदन के लाल को रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता सिद्धि सदन वादन वदन सिद्धि सदन वादन वदन सिद्धि सदन वादन वदन वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। सभी शांत लोग भगवान श्री कृष्ण भज राधे गोविंद गोपाल भज राधे गोविंद नंद Nandalala.
Bhaj Radhe Govinda Gopala. Bhaj Radhe Govinda Nandalala.
Bhaj Radhe Govinda Gopala. Bhaj Radhe Govinda Nandalala.
Bhaj Radhe Govinda Gopala. Bhaj Radhe Govinda
Bhaj Radhe Govinda Nandalala. Bole Nara Bihari Radha ki
Jai.
So, my dear brothers and sisters, this entire week, these 7 days, we shall attempt to fill our hearts with the sweetness of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Radha Krishna. If you look at the bansuri of Bhagwan Krishna, this bansuri is made out of a simple piece of bamboo. It is called a reed, R-E-E-D, a reed. When you examine this bamboo, this flute of Sri Krishna, what you'll find is that it is hollow, it is empty on the inside. Yet, when Bhagwan Krishna places his beautiful lips on these holes of this flute, he produces the most exotic melodies, enchanting, soothing charming. My dear brothers and sisters, all of us here tonight and for the course of this yajna should make our hearts as empty as this hollowness of this bansuri. By ridding the mind of all the negativities, by ridding ourselves of the enemies, Kam, Krodh, Mad, Moha, Lobh. And once that space becomes empty, surrender to the feet of Bhagavan Krishna. Let his melody flow through every cell of this body. Then you become inebriated, intoxicated with a divine consciousness and divine love, that ecstatic feeling of oneness with Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Kanha teri bansuri bajti rahe din rain, jisko sun ke gopiya पाए दिल का चैन. कान्हा तेरी बांसुरी बजती रहे दिन रैन. O Krishna, this flute of yours songs din rain, day and night. जिसको सुन के गोपिया, when these notes would befall the ears of the gopis, पाए दिल का चैन, they lose, they rest, they become restless. Oh, Kanha teri bansuri bajti rahe din rain, isko sun ke gopiya paaye dil ka chain. Kanha teri bansuri. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Krim Krishnaya Namaha. Om. Shri Yudram Jivabandhuram Sreira Sudigochara Kamesre Singh Uddharam Sreya Evam Bhavediha Iti Bharatamavyanam Kripaya Munina Kritam Evam Praviktadasyam Sara Bhutanam Shriyase Dvija Sarvatmakena Piyara Tadushyam Hridayam Tatah Nati Prasiddham Nratridaya Sarvastyata Stateshu Cha Vitakaranyam Vilitatasya Idam Pravaja Dharavika Ritamrati Nahimaya Chandansim Gurabograya Manita Nirlikiram Ritam Cha Nushasanam Bharatabhya Pareshiram Dhyamyanaya Chandarashitaha Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. हे शौनकारी मुनियों, सब जीवों के हित के लिए अधिक परिश्रम करके महाभारत के ग्रंथ रचे, परंतु मन में तो भी प्रश्न नहीं हुआ और बारंबार यही विचार करते थे कि हम इस कौन सा ग्रंथ रचे जिससे हमारे मन को चढ़ रही ऐसे चिंता में परमवित अनेक शुद्ध कर्म करके गुरु अग्नि सबको निष्कट भाव से माना और उनकी आज्ञा को अपने जीव धारण किया. So in this chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, and pretty much what I'll do tonight is to introduce the text to you, so we'll know exactly what to expect now from this point onwards during the week. Ved Vyasji. Ved Vyas is known as he who revealed the Vedas, 4 Vedas to us. He divided this knowledge into 4 parts: the Rig Veda, the Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda. So Vyasji, see, we can't say he wrote this, because if we were to write this text, it would become like an author writing a novel. All of these scriptural injunctions found in the scriptures of Sanatana Dharma, these are all revelations from God. Vyasji had this divine drishti. He was able to connect with that divine source. He received these divine signals, and hence he was able to compose all of these verses. Now you imagine what an imagination or what a fertile mind he must have to compose all of the 4 Vedas and the Puranas. And in addition to that, in those days, the art of writing was not yet invented. So all of these texts were safely kept by memory. See, the Guru taught the Shishya. Shishya memorized all this. He became the Guru. He taught his Shishya by memory. So in this oral tradition, the knowledge was kept intact until the written form came into existence, and hence now we have these books that we can read, become condensed in this sacred text. So Ved Vyasji, my dear brothers and sisters, after he finished writing the Vedas, he realized that his Vedas alone would not be adequate to help mankind in this age, especially this age of Kali Yuga, to find his purpose and to find his most cherished goal in life. So then he began to write other texts, and he wrote the other Puranas as well. He also wrote one of the greatest epic ever to be disclosed to mankind, which is the Mahabharata. So Ved Vyas, after he finished writing this Mahabharata, and he looked back at this extensive work that he had done over all these years, and he sat one day on the banks of the Saraswati River. And what happened? Now, if you are Ved Vyas and you had completed such mammoth task, like William Shakespeare, for example, and you look at all of these works you've done, or the poetry, the philosophy, everything contained in this text, now you ought to be very proud of such a great work you've done. You give yourself a pat and shoulder, wow, this is amazing. But my dear brothers and sisters, strangely, when Ved Vyas finished composing all of this, as he sat there on the banks of the Saraswati River, on this particular occasion, Ved Vyas became very sad. He felt very sad. Now you want to know, why was he sad? Why would he be sad? He's such an intellectual and such a great composition that he had delivered to all mankind. So he was very sad. Suchi is telling Shaunaka, hey Shaunaka Muniya, सब जीव के हित के लिए अधिक परिश्रम करके महाभारत की ग्रंथ रचे, परंतु मन तो भी प्रसन्न नहीं हुआ. His mind was not happy after he had done all this. So he was there in this state of grief, and as he was musing in this manner, reflecting on the work that he has done, then he, thinking all of this out loudly in his mind, he received the visit of someone. Someone approached him then, and this someone was one of the great Devrishi. Sutavach atantam sukamasina upasinam prachastrava Devrishi praha viprarishi vinanani syamannivaha. बैठे विचार कर रहे थे कि उसी अवसर पर श्री नारद जी उस आश्रम पर आए. So that ऋषि नारद appeared there. उनको देख व्यास जी अत्यंत प्रफुल्लित हो शीघ्र तो इसे उठे. So he appeared with his lute in his hand before Ved Vyas. Vyas ji saw Narad appear before him, and very instantly he got up. शीघ्रता से उठे. So he got up, he rose up, और विधिवत पूजन कर बड़े आदर सत्कार से आसन पर बैठाया. And he paid his obeisance to the great sage Narad. Ved Vyas, he washed his feet, gave him a beautiful seat to sit on, perform his puja, recognized him as Brahm Rishi, and he accorded him all the adorations that a saintly person would receive, and he gave him this seat to sit on, asan par baithaya. और सूजी बोले कि सुखपूर्वक बैठे हुए व्यास जी से सर्व विद्या सागर जगत उजागर बीना हाथ के लिए देव ऋषि नारद जी मुस्काकर बोले. So Narad ji now with his veena in his hand, he looks at Vyas. He sees this sadness in his face, and then he spoke. He said, "Hey Parashar Putra, Parasharyang Mahabhaga, Bhavata Kasiratmana परितुष्यति शारीराम आत्मा मानस एव स जिह्वासितं सुसंपन्नम अपीतेरं महद्भुतं कृतवान् भारतं यस्त्वं सर्वार्थां परिविकृतं जिह्वासितमरीतं च यतस्यां सनातनं अथापि शुच्यमान कृतार्थं इवं प्रभु." हे पराशर पुत्र, हे महाभाग, आपके शरीर से शरीर का अभिमानी प्रश्न है और मन का अभिमानी से मन से प्रश्न है कि नहीं. जो जाने योग्य था वह भी आपने जाना. अद्भुत सब अर्थों के कार्य महाभारत भी आपने रचा. जो सनातन नित्य परब्रह्म के विचार से आपने प्राप्त किया. एक वेद के 4 भाग किए और उनका सार निकाल और बहुत से ग्रंथ पुराण रचित हो भी आप ऐसे सोच वश रहे हैं जैसे किसी ने अनेक यत्न कर अपना कार्य सिद्ध किया है और उसका प्रयोजन सिद्ध नहीं हुआ. हे प्रभु, तुम सभी को कैसे सोचवश किस कारण हो रहे हो. So Narad ji now is reminding Ved Vyas, you're such a powerful author, you're so renowned all over the world, you've composed the 4 parts of the Vedas, the Mahabharata, all these texts, and why are you so sad? व्यास जी बोले, जो तुमने कहा वह सत्य है. What you say is true, O Narad, परंतु तो भी मेरा मन प्रसन्न नहीं है. In spite of the fact that all of this work was performed, yet man prasni, my mind is not happy. I can't find that happiness within. इसका कारण मैं नहीं जानता, and इसका कारण मैं नहीं जानता means I don't know why. I don't know the reason. इसलिए आपको ब्रह्मा जी का पुत्र ब्रह्म ज्ञानी जान आपसे पूछता हूं. So I'm asking you now, O Narad, please tell me how this sadness can go away. What have I done wrong? What have I not done? Please elucidate this for me and let me know. जो सबसे गुप्त बात है वह आप भली भांति जानते हो, क्योंकि जो पुराण पुरुष है उसकी तुमने उपासना के जो गुण रहित कार्य कारण का नियंता, अपने मन से ही सब विश्व की रचना पालन संहार करना है। सूर्य की भांति त्रिलोकी के तुम विचरते हैं, पवन के समान सबके अंतःकरण की जानते हुए बुद्धि वृत्ति के भली भांति जानते हो, परंतु प्रमोद वेद के धर्म से व्रत से परायण हो, तो भी मेरे मन की अन्यता नहीं आपको भली भांति प्रकट है। श्री नारद जी बोले, व्यासवाचम श्री नारदवाच, भवता अनुरिता प्रायं यशो भगवतो मलम यनेवासो तुष्टेत मन्येत रचनम किलम तथा धर्मान् श्राजाता मुनिवर्यानुकीर्तितः तथा वा वासुदेवस्य महिमा अनुवर्तिनहता नायरस्यं चित्रपरं हरे यशो जगत्पवित्रं प्रकीर्तितं करर्चिताम्. So Narad now spoke to Vyas. He answers the question. And he says, हे व्यास मुनि, आपने भगवान का निर्मल यश वर्णन नहीं किया, इसलिए आपका मन प्रस्त नहीं है। नहीं न्यूनता समझो मुनि श्रेष्ठ, जिस प्रधानता से आपने धर्म अर्थात कही है, उस प्रधानता से श्री कृष्ण चंद्र आनंद कन्न की महिमा वर्णन नहीं किया. So Narad, like a good physician, he examines the patient, he figures out what is wrong, and he says, Vyasji, this is your fault. Well, not fault per se, but this is the deficiency. He said, you have written in Mahabharata, you have written all these texts on several exhortations, several injunctions in all the scriptures. But your work is incomplete. And because of this incompleteness, you're feeling so inadequate. You're feeling so saddened by this. What is missing here? You have not written about the Leela of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. You touched on certain parts of it in Mahabharata, but his Leela, his Gunanvad, Sri Krishna Chandra Ananda Kanda ki Mahima ka Varnan nahi kiya. You have not extolled this about Sri Krishna. You have not written about this bhakti bhava, about his devotion to Sri Krishna, about the pastimes of the Lord, about his miraculous powers, about his presence on earth as to what is left for all posterity for mankind. This is where you have been failing, O Vyas. That is the reason why you are sad. And my dear brothers and sisters, if you were to translate that in our lives also, you would have listened to all of these Puranas. You listen to the Shiv Puran, you listen to the Garud Puran, you listen to the Srimad Devi Puran, you listen to all of these, you listen to the Ramayana, you listen to the Bhagavad Gita, you listen to all of these texts, Mahabharata. But unless you listen to the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, then this life's journey will not be complete. You will not find, his mind will be restless, won't find peace, won't find solace, won't find that happiness you seek unless you listen to the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Puranji, you chose very wisely. To install the Srimad Bhagavatam in 7 years, you get a chance to dive into this ocean of sweetness, nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. Because, my dear brothers and sisters, there is nothing as sweet as Bhagavad Gita. Nowadays, you don't have the text read with frequency. They're very rare. So you get a chance to listen to the Bhagavatam. Consider that a rare blessing, my dear brothers and sisters. If you get a chance to host it, to sponsor it, that is even a bigger blessing. So that always, all of us get come and enjoy. Because when you look at Bhagavan Sri Krishna, with a flute in his hand, accompanied by Radha Ma, all you see is enshrouded in sweetness. Adharam madhuram. His lips are sweet, his gait is sweet, his eyes are sweet, his lips are sweet, his voice is sweet, the flute is sweet, his melody is sweet. Everything about Sri Krishna is sweet. So without the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's like if you like your coffee with sugar, and you put the finest coffee in there, and put it in everything, all the ingredients, but there's no sugar in there, then you can't taste the sweetness. So this is the nectar. So Narada is telling Vedyas that, oh Vyas, this is where you failed. You need to go back to the drawing board again. And you need to compose now. You need to write now. Go into dhyan, into meditation. And get that revelation again now. And put pen to paper now. And write about the glories of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And Vyasji understood this is what was lacking in his life. And then he would proceed to compose the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. And is considered the Mahapuran is considered ye Amara Granth hai, Mukti Panch hai. Amara Granth hai is the eternal Granth, eternal scripture. Mukti Panch hai means is the path to Mukti, to liberation. And Pancham Ved Nirala. It is considered to be the Pancham Ved, the fifth Veda. Because, my dear brothers and sisters, this text here deals with every facet, every aspect of human existence. Every aspect of philosophy. You delve into it and you'll find what you're looking for. It has the answers to all life's questions. It is a path that will lead us ultimately to God realization. So let's look at this word, Bhagavatam. Let us see exactly what we're talking about. So, you look at this word, Bhagavatam. So, let us look at three words here. Bhagavat, Bhagwan, and Bhakti. These three are interconnected. They're related to each other. Bhakti means, it means devotion. We got to deal with that a little more just now. Bhagwan is whom? Is the Lord, is God. Now look at the syllables of this word Bhagwan. What does it really mean? How does it translate to mean? Now God, Bhagwan Krishna for example, he is that Lord who governs over the five elements. He uses these elements for the purpose of creation and purpose of sustenance of the world and destruction as well. He manipulates the elements. This body of ours comprises of five elements. What are these five elements? What are they? Earth, water, fire, air, and ether or space, right? Okay. Look at the word now, Bhagwan. How does it translate to mean five elements? Bha means bhumi. Ga, gagan. Va, vayu. Agni, na, need. Bha, bhumi means earth. Ga, gagan means sky, space. Va, vayu means air, wind. Agni means fire. Na, need means water. This word Bhagwan means he who rules over these five elements and utilizes them for his purpose of creation. So that's Bhagwan. Now, Bhagavata. Bha, ga, va, ta, ma. Bhagavatam. Right? Bha, ga, va, ta, ma. 5 syllables as well. Now, I'll tell you tonight that this Bhagavatam, the Srimad Bhagavat Puran, is a ladder to heaven. We're going to construct a ladder with these 5 letters, these 5 syllables. We're going to build a ladder here now. And this ladder is going to take you all the way up there, all the way where you have to go to the abode of Lord Krishna. So how are you going to do this? Let us begin with the first rung of this ladder. The first rung of this ladder is Bha. First letter is Bha. So this ladder has 5 steps, okay? 5 steps. So the foundation of this is Bha. Now Bha stands for Bhakti, which is devotion. Or devotion is pure, unalloyed, unconditional, selfless love for God. That's what devotion, that's what bhakti means. It is selfless. Selfless means there's no strings attached. It is unconditional. unconditional love for God. I was asking a question here Saturday. How many in the audience, how many people really love God? And everybody says, oh, we all love God. And I asked the second question, how many of you are in love with God? And said, oh, all of us are in love with God. And I asked the third question, how much of a day do you actually spend with that lover who is God? And I said, oh, God said, I spent a whole hour. And I was going to ask the fourth question, which I forgot to ask, but I can ask it tonight. And the fourth question is, you got some big Bollywood stars coming to town, or some big Chatney singers coming to town, and you get some complimentary tickets to attend this function, and right next door, Yagna is going on. And you have a choice. Where are you going to go? Now you be honest now. No, you can't go all two. No. See the point? So if you be honest with yourself, and you answer the question, am I truly in love with God? The answer is no. You may be in love with Him only for a brief moment of the day you spend with the Lord. Because most of the time you think of God when something is going wrong with your life. As long as things are going well, everything is fine. That explains why the mandirs are half empty or quarter empty, and all these other places, these bars and so on, they're overflowing with people. Which has more attraction, which has more power in this age of Kali. That's what it is. And you have to be realistic. When we speak of bhakti, my dear brothers and sisters, we speak of the bhakti that Mirabai had for Bhagwan Krishna. She was a class devotee of Bhagwan Krishna. And she was a modern day person, not a scriptural character. Meera is simply immersed in this ocean of love for Sri Krishna. She would think Krishna. Became very jealous because of her love for Krishna, and he gave her poison because she. The poison became Amrit nectar. my dear brothers and sisters, the Bhagavad is about bhakti, about devotion to Krishna, the entire text. And we'll talk more about this as we go through our discourses during the week. But for now, this bhakti, this love that we speak of, you see, this is the panacea for the world today. It all begins with love for God. When you love the Lord, you will love the Lord's creation as well. Because whatever you say, Siya Ram mai sab jag jani, karahu pranam jod jug pani. Tulsidas says, wherever I look, whatever I look at, I see the presence of Sita and Ram, my Lord. Now, it all begins with this first step. You see, in this age of Kali Yuga, most of us, if not all of us, we are like in kindergarten when it comes to this high, very high philosophical, intellectual knowledge of the scriptures. We are ordinary laymen, lay people. So for us, God is not only this impersonal supreme Brahman, but we would like to relate with a God who has a form like us. And this form is a manifest form of a God and whom we see in the Murti. And you like to have this Murti in front of you so you can make contact with the Lord. You can worship God through this Murti. See? So we can identify with this God. And so you can pour your heart's love at the feet of the Lord, this Murti. The Murti becomes God. So that is the first step. The first rung of this ladder is Bha, which is Bhakti. God. Now, when your mind is infused with love for the Lord, what happens is that you begin to grow in knowledge of God. The revelations come to you. You begin to grow in knowledge. See, Ramakrishna, Paramahansa Ramakrishna, he was a very, very humble, staunch devotee of Kali Mata. He never saw the doors of his school. He grew up illiterate. But this was someone who was regarded even as an avatar, because the knowledge that he managed to amass and to be inspired with, which he shared with the rest of the world, it was simply out of the world. All because of his bhakti, the devotion he cultivated, that knowledge comes. So the bhakti leads you to, the bha leads to ga, which is gyan. Knowledge of God, knowledge of one's self, knowledge of our relationship with the world, our relationship with God. Bha, ga. Now, so when you have these two down, you have the devotion, then you have the knowledge, bha and ga. Third rung of this ladder, number 3, is va. Bha, ga, va. Now this word va, V-A, va, stands for vairagya. So vairagya means detachment. Now we have to look at this word detachment very carefully. Detachment does not mean to let go of all the things that you have. If not, you're going to wind up in the street with nothing to eat, nowhere to go, because you detach from everything. It doesn't mean that. Detachment means detachment from the fruits of karma, number 1. Karma niyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That is detachment. You perform your karma without expectations of the fruits in return. You detach yourself from the fruits. For example, you plant a tree, you know it's going to give fruits eventually. You don't pay attention to the fruits. The fruits will come on their own accord, at its own time, its own pace. That's detachment. Detachment means paying less attention to the things of the world and attaching yourself to God. Detaching from the worldly things and attaching yourself to the feet of Bhagwan. That is detachment. That's vairagya. Now, when you're attached to the Lord, my dear brothers and sisters, when you're connected with God, when you can feel God's presence, God's energy pulsating in every cell of your body, my dear brothers and sisters, then you would have enjoyed or been enjoying continuous protection of Bhagwan. He protects you. You know, he's your friend. And you don't have to figure it out anywhere else. In your own heart, you know when God is with you. You can feel his presence in you. And you also know when he's far away from you. When he's distant from you. You would know. You will get that feeling. You know when he's speaking through you. You know when he's guiding you. You know when he's walking with you. And you know when he's carrying you. Because you have that connectivity with the Lord. Now that is what you call vairagya, attachment to the Lord. So let's go again. Bha is bhakti. All begins with bhakti. The second rung on this ladder is gyan, knowledge. The third is vairagya. And that leads us to the fourth rung of this ladder. Ta. And ta means tapasya. Tapasya means penance. Tapasya means worship, serving the Lord. So first of all, you cultivate devotion for the Lord. Secondly, you grow in knowledge of the Lord. Thirdly, you're attached to the Lord. Fourthly, you now dedicate your actions as service to the Lord. Yad yat karma karomi taratadekhilam shambhu tavaradhanam. Shankaracharya says, Lord, bless me so that whatever actions I perform in this body will all be seen as worship and service to you. Whatever you do it for the Lord. Bhagavan Krishna says in the Gita, what does he say? Chapter 9. Yat karoshi yadashnasi, yat yahoshi radasi, yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurushva mad arpanam. Whatever you do, Arjuna, whatever you eat, whatever you give as charity, whatever you suffer, whatever you offer in the sacrificial fire, let all be an offering to me. Dedicate all your actions to me. Now that is what you call tapasya. My dear brothers and sisters, then you'll be existing on a different dimension. Karle kam bhajle ram. Ram bhajo sab kam atajo fir aisa janam nahi pavega. Then the last letter is Ma. Bhagavatam, Bhagavata, and Ma. Ma means moksha. Moksha means liberation. So that's the ultimate goal, the ultimate pedestal. This is where you want to reach. You want to get there to this moksha, Ma, moksha. So you begin your journey with with love for God. And then cultivate knowledge for the Lord, being blessed with the awareness of God. Then vairagya, which is attachment to God. Tapasya, service to God. If you follow these four rules very faithfully, my dear brothers and sisters, then Ma is within reach. Then you would have ascended, reached that ultimate rung of the ladder, which is Ma, moksha, liberation. So this Bhagavatam is a ladder that takes you to moksha, to liberation. Simple. I don't think it get any simpler than this. That is what this entire text is about. Now, it is based on bhakti, which is devotion. And the main central figure, central personality whom we worship in this text is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. It contains the leelas of the Lord. And that is why, my dear brothers and sisters, the text is so interesting. Interesting because every single canto, a skanda, every single chapter that you peruse in the text, you will definitely would have extracted the nectar from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we give some praise to the Srimad Bhagavatam tonight, the text itself, because brothers and sisters, we'll pause here for tonight. We shall continue our discourse tomorrow. Tomorrow, there are certain chapters of a text which must be read. So tomorrow we're going to introduce Raja Parikshit, who becomes the recipient of this katha. So we're going to look at a couple of incidents in his life, and we shall relate that discourse to what is happening in our world, in our lives as well. His encounter with Kali Yuga, and we shall see one mistake that he made and the consequence of that mistake. So that we shall discuss tomorrow, and then we'll also be looking at Sri Krishna Leela during the week, Krishna Janma, Sri Krishna Leela, and some other philosophical discourses from the text. On Thursday, we'll be performing Govardhan Puja. So we come prepared to perform Govardhan Puja on Thursday evening, and we shall be looking at the Govardhan Katha as well. So my dear brothers and sisters, it's very interesting text and series of discourses we have prepared for you for this entire week. And it's our prayer that you will continue. We will and conclude on Sunday with Parikshit Moksha. So this will happen, this is the itinerary for this entire week. Now, before we conclude tonight, today our Bahenji is celebrating her birthday. She's been celebrating this birthday, this mandir for many, many years on May the 6th. Sometimes it coincides with Mother's Day or with an anniversary. And when she heard that a Yagna will be happening here in the mandir, she was so happy to know that the first session of the Yagna will coincide with her birthday. So I want to give her a nice round of applause for choosing to celebrate her birthday with this Yagna. You all know her very well. She's a very humble lady. She makes very delicious food for all. Dal puri, she is known as, that is her specialty, and other food that she prepares as well. And she has treated so many of us and fed so many of us from her hands. So I personally, on behalf of all of us and the Sri Trimurti Bhavan, Bahenji, want to wish you happy Janamdin today. And we pray that Bhagwan is going to bless you with many, many more happy years ahead in good health. You know, God is great, and you know what He's done for you. You know, not too long ago, she was critical in the hospital. She never thought she could walk again. She had major surgery. And we all prayed for her, and she also prayed, and the Lord came through for her and put her right back on her feet and right back in the kitchen, where she could continue to do her habitual work. So isn't that beautiful? Now, how can you not have the faith and trust in the Lord? It's so great. So she brought her back looking better than before. So we have a garland for her. Mindraji, please come forward, who is our youth coordinator. And we're going to okay. And ask the two sisters also to come forward. Sisters who are here from Guyana visiting. Okay. Are you also representing our mandir? Are you here? Okay, left. Okay, so apparently they're not here. They weren't here, probably they had to leave. Okay, not a problem. As this happens, we ask Pabloji to do a special birthday rendition for Bahin Monica ji on the occasion of his birthday. And I said that we'll finish every night at 9:30. I'm still hoping for that. So that we can all come back again tomorrow and the rest of the days, consecutive days, to join in listening to the Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran.
O तारे तारे कितने नील गगन में तारे 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 कितने नील गगन में तारे तेरा उम्र हो इतना साल के नील गगन में तारे 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 कितने नील गगन के तारे मित्राणां बुधयस्तवः ओम स्वस्ते स्तुते कुशलमस्तु चिरायुरस्तु गोभाग्यहस्ते धनधान्य समृद्धिरस्तु ऐश्वर्यमस्तु बलमस्तु रिपोक्षयस्तु वंशे सदैव भवतां हरिभक्तिरस्तु फूल कितना प्यारा फूलों से प्यारा तू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू Thank you. Blessing from Bhagavan to you. Blessing from all of us. Blessing from Bhagavan to you. Blessing from all of us. May you live a happy life and a blessed life. All your wishes come true. May all your wishes come true. Diyo हजारों साल तेरे लिए Happy birthday to Happy birthday to Happy birthday to Monica. Happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to you. A happy birthday.
Nice round of applause once again for our MC.
Vyas Bhanatji. Thank you, Vyasji, for that wonderful presentation, for the start and this wonderful yagna.
गोविंद गोविंद रटंग पाणी गोविंद गोविंद मुकुंद कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद नमो नमस्ते त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव पापोऽहं पापकर्माहं पापात्मा पापसम्भवा त्राहि मां पुण्डरीकाक्षं सर्वपापो हरो हरे मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे बार बार वरमागहं अरसदेव सीनं तत्सरोजयन पावन भक्ति सदा सत्संगस्य वररामचन्द्र की जय शरणं प्रभु Bowing salutations.
Neighbors, tell your friends, we want this money to be jam-packed every single night. Please, thank you all so much. Jai Shri Krishna.
And I also like to acknowledge Abayan Lata. She's gone from farther away, all the way from New Jersey now. They're very special. She has to be here. So you will get them tomorrow. Bring along your friends and neighbors. This is Bhagavatam. It's very special. Yeah, I know that. She wants to remind me. Tell me something I don't know. And I would like to thank our Pandits here